Okie doke. Let's get rolling, everybody. Okie dokie. So let's take our wide leg today and take a nice deep plie or bend of the knees or a nice outward rotated squat, whatever works. Take a nice inhale, and as you bend, exhale. So it's another way to let that all that head energy, imagine just coming all down through the body, through the legs, through the feet, to the earth, to our beautiful home, our beautiful planet, and let nature take all that negativity or worry, concern from us. Just send it. It can utilize that energy for good things. It's a magical place. So inhale and exhale. Take another one. Good. And then a half bend and take your little baby outward rotated lunges. Speaking of nature, with a little willow tree action. Nice and slow, as if you could, because you can, smooth out your energy aura. Just feel peaceful and calm. Try a little over the head to calm down all the head energy. Just smooth it out. Feel your body. Be aware of your breathing. And then smooth it out. Maybe even a little bit around you. Gently rotate and calm the energy behind you. Maybe where we've been, where we've traveled from. Just calming. And then maybe around the legs, just smoothing things out where you need to be grounded and connected to the earth. Smooth it out. And then back to center. And I don't know, I'm just being guided here. Place both hands on your heart. Just close your eyes for a moment. Take a nice deep breath. Let it all go. A couple more. Remember, your heart has even more intelligence than your mind. So if your mind's a little rattled, just keep coming back to your heart center for your love, your self-love, and your guidance. Yes. All right. Let's come into a parallel, and we are going to take our ball right away, and we are going to place between the knees, and then you kind of readjust those lower legs for good alignment. And just do a quick little test as you bend the knees. Make sure your femurs are straight ahead and your toes are straight ahead. All right. So here we go. We're going to bend and straighten here for a moment. Tracking neutral ankles, neutral knees, neutral femurs. Femurs are your thigh muscles, your thigh bone, sorry. Good. Now, I'm going to have you lift one heel, a little tricky. Lift one heel just a little bit and stay grounded on the other leg as you bend and straighten. Ball is still there to hold your knees in good placement. Good. Then switch that out. Lift the other heel a little bit and bend and straighten. So we want strong legs to carry around our strong core and our beautiful spine. All right, you got it. Now you're going to move the ball to your inner ankle. And then readjust for the feet to give that ball a little snug. lift, and we are now going to level out the pelvis, pull in and up, pelvic floor in and up, belly button in and up. You're going to shift forward to lift the heels and lower. Lift and lower while you gently press against that ball. It's going to help your ankles be in their neutral alignment, and you should be able to feel with the toes straight ahead how where on the ball of the foot you're rising to because of that, right? That first, second metatarsal. Good. Now, on the next one, see if you can stay up there for a moment. You can hold out the arms for balance, and then lower. Try that again. Get as high up there as you can. Hold on to it. Whee! And lower. Again, exhale. Press against the ball. That will help. That whole inner thigh pressing in is a dancer trick to balance. And down, one more. Belly button in, core in. And lower. Good. Now we're going to go up and then touch one heel, up and touch the other. See if you can just let that ball gently move between your ankles, but also keeping your good ankle alignment. You got it. All right, let's take that up. Good, good, good. So let's just place the ball down for a second. Let's come back to the upper body for a moment. Shoulder roll. Just open the feet up. And a backstroke. Good. And then both up and down. All right, then we're gonna come back to center. Hold on to your shoulders, soften the knees, keep your pelvis steady now. Find your mid-spine swivel. And then adding the look behind you, if you can. And then push the palm on the opposite corners and keep swiveling. And then straight ahead, keep swiveling. Pull that other elbow back. And then up above. Good. And then high reach and press back. Nice. All right. Let's go ahead and come down to the mat. Let's take a straddle stretch for a moment. Wiggle out any tension in the legs. Oh, I know I need to tilt my camera down. Here we go. And from there, we're going to walk down one leg. Breathe it out. Up and over to the other side. And then up to center. Good. Then take your ball and use it like the big ball. We're just going to keep your opposite hand connected to it as you roll it down the inside of one leg, that opposite leg. And down the other leg. Opposite hand, connected to the ball. Keep reaching. Keep breathing. Good. And then back to center one more time. Nice. And up. We'll bring the legs in and shake them out. Let's go on to a little side bending. Reaching up and over. Keep both cheeks grounded. Open up the waist. Inhale to center, exhale to side. And then on to rotation one more time. Look behind you. Up and over. Then hands behind. Lift the chest, lift the heart to the sky. Breathe in some air again. Nice cleansing breath. And then reach for those toes. Lift the head and flex the feet back. And all right, ready to go. Let's get ready. We're going to keep the ball nearby. We're going to center up on the mat upright. And easy does it. It's been a while for C curves, so be gentle. But remember that you can always wiggle the thighs if your hip flexors start to grab too much. All right, let's warm this up for a moment. So underneath the legs, you're just going to start from your sits bones and tilt the pelvis back into your C curve and round the spine, halfway back. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to look down as you come forward and then stack tall, look straight ahead. Inhale, exhale, rounding, halfway back. Take a breath. See the belly rise and fall. Really pull it in on the exhale as you round over it and then lengthen up. Inhale, exhale. Take a breath. Pull inward, and you're still watching that inwardness. You're looking down, and then you're looking straight ahead. Now, no hands, just palms up, but leave those shoulders in a neutral position. Same idea. Rounding. Exhale. See those abs go in, and then lengthen up. Inhale, exhale. And good. Now, we're going to go all the way down. So in between, we're going to go into the mat. It's been a while. Arms overhead. Now, flatten out the lumbar, little 6 o'clock here. As you exhale, you're going to curl. You're going to grab for the back of the legs. You're going to shift your feet forward. And you're going to finish the same way. Rounded and then stack tall. 6 o'clock. Peel it into the mat. Arms overhead. Now start in your 6. Take a long exhale. Coming up. Grab for the legs. Shift the feet forward. Looking down. And then looking straight ahead. Now see if you can just smooth it out. Nice and graceful. Exhale. Rounding. Looking down. And then looking forward. See curving back. Let your exhale help you with your movement. So when you want to come up, make sure you take in enough air for a nice long one. Right? That's going to support your C curve up. Try one more. this position, we're going to place the ball in between the knees. And we are going to take just a little C curve back, and you're going to straighten one knee at a time. Just from this position, you can even hang on behind the thighs. Just wake up the quads here in this position. Good. Now, you're going to leave that there, and we are going to C curve again. Arms overhead, 6 o'clock. Now, same idea. Grab for the thighs, shift the feet forward with the ball there, and stack tall. So sometimes people feel like the ball helps activate more core or more pelvic floor to come up easier. So just see how this works. Exhale, shift it forward, stack tall. Try one more here. Good. Now, this is a little harder, but let's just see how we do. I'm going to have you straighten one leg and hold it, and then I'm going to have you C-curve into the floor and try your best to come back up. And then switch that out. Other leg, hold that leg straight, curl into the mat. Try for a 6, a little tough. Exhale, grab the thighs, and come up. Let's just keep going and see if you can smooth this out. Still feel like you can shift the feet forward when you need it. Let's try one more each. We can do it. 6 o'clock. Exhale. Grab for the thighs. Shift the feet and the legs forward and down to help you come up. And up. Nice. Let's take that ball out. Come back into the mat. Woohoo! And just open the inner thighs for a moment. Bottoms of the feet together. Just release some tension there for a second. Very good. All right, from here, we are going to let's actually place the feet to the edge of the mat. Let's go into a rounded bridge here for a moment. Just change it up. So peeling up one vertebrae at a time. Deep 6 to peel each vertebrae back down. Release it out and go again. Couple more long exhales going up. Long exhales coming down. Relax your jaw, your neck. Good. Now move the feet into parallel, and we're going to come back to same thing. So let's continue with a few more rounded bridges in a parallel. Exhale it up. And one more here. Very good. We're going to place the ball back in between the knees. And we are going to flex up on our heels. And we're going to do some neutral core bridging now with a little press on the ball. So here's where you want to funnel down the ribs, glue them to the pelvis through your transverses, and hydraulically lift the neutral spine up. Touch it down and go again. So you're on your heels, gentle press on the ball, hydraulic lift up and down. Lots of inner thighs, lots of hamstrings here, spinal muscles. So you want to be in your good neutral position of your pelvis, because that's where you're conditioning. Pelvic floor, and it up. And coming back. All right. So from here, we're going to bring each knee into the chest, give a hug, and a little side rock. Sending your body some love and appreciation. The amazing job it does every day, all day long, to serve us well. Holding onto the knees, you're going to femur arc for a moment and separate the legs. Arms length out, go again. And reverse. All right, with the feet down, we're going to just take arms overhead, half upper body curl for a moment. Into the ribs, reach past the shins, and back down. Exhale, curl and reach, inhale back. Good. Now, I'm going to pause you here because I'm going to keep building this little series. So, we're going to bring each foot back up. Off the floor, you're going to place the ball in between the knees. And you're going to lift the lower leg just a little bit, so like a little chair posture. Hold that there and continue just to upper body half curl. Curl, inhale back, exhale to curl. Good. Now, we're going to bring the ball in between the ankles again. Pause here, and let's take a bend and straightening of both legs, and a flex and point. Straightening both knees, bending. Good. Now we're going to leave the knees straight, ball in the air between the ankles, and we're going to continue to half upper body curl here. So exhale, curl and reach. Inhale back. Very good. Just bend the knees in and pause for a moment. Hang on to the ball. We'll roll the neck side to side and let go of any fatigue. Just let it go. And we're going to come back to the legs for a moment. So I'm going to have you cradle your hands around the sacrum underneath the pelvis to keep you from tilting to 12 on this next one. So I'm going to have you take your legs back up. I'm going to have you pull that pelvic floor and belly button in as deep as you can as you keep contact of your lumbar on the mat. Lower the legs. Just start with maybe a foot and then come back up. Don't go too far too fast. Be mindful of your deep core and your low back staying connected to the mat as you lower the legs and then come back up. Inhale, exhale. Pelvic floor, pull it in, keep your back connected, lower, and you might be able to get just a little bit farther each time, but stay in good form. Don't sacrifice your spine for this low abdominal work. Exhale, Pull it in. Inhale up. Keep that spine imprinted in the mat. Keep that deep abdominal wall pulled in. Go slow. Stay mindful. Keep your ribs connected too. Good. Now on the next one, open your eyes and just see where on the wall the ball and the toes are going and kind of memorize that. Now we're going to bend the knees in, flex the heels, and wherever that point was, you're going to do the same thing. Pull in your abdominals, pelvic floor in, and you're going to push the ball and the toes back out to that spot and bring them in. Exhale, push out. Inhale in. Inhale in. Exhale to push. Keep your back in the mat. One more, we can do it. Nice. All right, let's take the hands out, take the ball out, place the feet down for a second. Just take a pause. Good work, everybody. Yes, I know those are not easy, but look how strong we are. We need to stay proud of ourselves no matter what. All right, let's try one more hard little series here while we're in the mode. We're going to outward rotate those legs. You're going to place that ball in between your heels. And you're going to give it a little press, which is going to fire your thighs to hang on to it. And you can keep your arms just next to you now as you're going to slowly straighten the legs up toward the sky and then bend them back in. It's just hard enough to go straight up, so I'm not going to make it go out. Yeah. So, and if you need to gently guide those thighs outward with your hands, encourage a gentle spiraling out of your thighs. Do that. Nice and easy. Don't force it, just easy. Keep spiraling and bending and straightening here. Exhale up. Inhale in. And then take that ball out. Send the legs all the way to the ground and wiggle, 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 wiggle. That was a lot of good work there. Just wiggle them in and out, roll them in and out. Quick, quick. Loosey goosey. All right. Very good. Okay, so we've got one more here while the legs are straight. So just notice you probably ended up with a bit of an arc of your spine. So just take a little wiggle adjustment, little pull in of your abdominals to level out your pelvis and make more contact of your spine down to the mat. Hold that, that's in your core. And hold onto the ball now with your hands. We're just going to keep the elbows kind of rounded. You're going to not C curve. You're going to upper body curl again. Reach just through the center and then back. Inhale, exhale, curl and reach. Inhale back. Nice. Now, alternate with your obliques. You're going to rock on one shoulder blade and back, other shoulder blade and back. Excellent. And then bring the feet back up underneath you. Take a little rock around your pelvic floor, going one way and reverse. And reset there. All right, let's go on to side lunge. Okay, legs are going to be up underneath us. You can see your toes though. Nice long leg. And you're on the side of your pelvis. All right, so here's where I've been adding, take a little 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock and a little 6 to feel what that feels like to be more activated. All right, hang on to that activation as you laterally lift the top leg up and down. We're just going to do all this for 10. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, tuck that foot back and lift and lower the inside of the bottom leg for 10. Excellent. Then we are going to bend both knees up toward us, place the ball back in between the inner ankles, stretch the legs back out underneath us. Make sure you can see the toes. Give it a little 6 o'clock so you can feel your activation. Hold on to the floor. Now, with keeping your heels flexed and your knees super straight, you're going to lift both legs and touch down. Lift and touch. Exhale, inhale. Keep your knees really straight. Try to prevent the little mermaid action. Now we're doing it for 10. So we're close now. All right, then, if that's going well, give the top hand a little squeeze in that top waist and hold that there. You can feel your muscles, your QL working. Try for 10 more. Right, if that's going well, then reach the hand to the sky. Add a little bit more 6. Make sure you're staying nice and activated. On the side of the pelvis, flexed heels, straight knees. Here we go, 10 more. Nice. Bring it all in. Take it out. Give some love into that hippie. Woo. And your side core. Nice. On to the other side. All right, so we're going to start with the same. Legs out. No ball yet. Make sure you can see your toes. Give a little 6 and a little 12 so you can feel the activation over here. And then lateral lift of the top leg for 10. All right, then tuck that top foot back inside of the bottom leg. All right. Bend both knees in. Place the ball back in between the ankles. Slide them back out and find your alignment again. See your toes. Take a little 6. You can feel that activation. Hold on to the floor. Extra straight knees. Flex your ankles. And here we go for 10. Lifting both legs with the ball. Good. Then we'll hold on to the waist so you can feel what you're working. Add a little 6. Here we go. Little exhales to lift. Nice. And then arm up. Add a little 6. And here we go. Alright, bring that in. Take the ball out. Give this hip and little side core some loving. Congratulations. Hey, hey, hey. Good job. Alright, on to our bellies. Okay, let's place the ball over to the side for a second. And let's see here. Something we haven't done in a little bit is a little ship maiden. So we're going to open up the legs. We're going to let them totally melt into the floor. We're going to take a little 6 o'clock and push that pubic bone down into the mat so you feel a long lumbar, activation in the cheeks to help protect your low back here. You're going to place the palms down next to you. All right, you're going to hover the nose off the mat, and that might be as high as some of you go, and that's fine. You're already an extension of the spine. How wonderful is that? All right, so keep that pubic bone pushed down to keep your 6, and you're going to slowly hover both arms, so palms are down, but you're going to hover both arms as high behind you as you can get without losing that little 6 o'clock. Then you're going to lift the chest just a little bit more. Don't come up too high here. Just stay safe. And then come right back down to the floor. So add your 6. That's first and foremost. Pubic bone down. Glutes are fired. Belly button is up. From that really solid center, you're going to hover the arms as high as you can. Take another breath and do a little lift, only if you want to. Maybe you're already high enough, and that's just great. Yeah, don't overdo this one. It's going to be quite enough just to lift those arms and keep your center. All right, try it again. 6 o'clock. Hover the arms as high as you can behind you. And if you want to lift a little bit more, just stay safe or just stay right there. And breathe. And then come back down to the floor. Let's try a couple more. 6 o'clock, belly button in and up. Hover the arms. And come up only if you want to add more. Come down, let's try one more. 6 o'clock. Breathe, hover those arms. Oh, they might be vibrating by now. Little hover. Breathe, hold it, we can do it. And down. Good work, everybody. Rest that forehead on your hands. Bring your knees up underneath you. And take your thighs on a walk behind you so you can really elongate, flatten the front of your hips into the floor. From here, with a flexed heel, you're going to just do your baby thigh lifts for a moment, little hip extension. And it offers a little stretch to the front of your hip flexors and thighs. And reach it down. Okie dokie. I am going to we're going to come up on our elbows and come on up. We'll sit back in child's pose for a moment. Stretch your digits. Good. All right, we're going to come up on all fours, and we're going to have the ball nearby. What I'm going to do, and we've done this before, we are going to find our nice solid quadruped here. That's all fours. And you're going to take your C curve for a moment, stretch out any lumbar stuff. And then from that C curve, you're going to lengthen out the head and the tail and really elongate that spine. Stay on your outer palms, and we're going to tuck our toes. We're going to imagine a big strong arm just cradles us right around our torso, our low abs, to lift us up into a downward dog and sit us back into our heels. Then we're going to lengthen the head out over the arms just a little bit, almost to a plank, and then slowly come down with the knees, nice and gentle. All right, just make sure you're centered. I just caught myself not centered on my own mat, so you might want to do a double check there. All right, so we're going to try that again. I want you to feel not just the flexibility of this one, but that your core is what's helping lift you into that downward dog. So exhale, pull that core in and up, feel that big strong arm lifting you magically up and sitting you into the heels. Nice little stretch there. Then lengthen out over the arms, almost to a plank, and slowly come down. All right, so that's just a little prep. Now, what we're going to do is just a half version of that, where we're going to place the ball in between the knees, kind of up off the mat a little there. Give it a little squeeze. And we're not going to come all the way up now. We're just going to come up a few inches. And we're going to hold there and power up a whole bunch of muscles. So, toes are still tucked. You're still in good alignment from head to tail. As you exhale, still feel that strong arm of your core lifting you, but not as high. You're just going to go about halfway, not even to a straight knee, and then come right back down. Inhale, exhale, go again. Come up and lower down. Inhale, exhale, power up, and gently land. Good. Couple more. Up and down and up and down. Nice. Now, I'm just going to do one more little set, and it's just going to be even a smaller version of that, where you're only going to come up a few inches and touch down. All right? Just a few more. We can do it. So long spine, core in. Here we go. Lift and touch, lift and touch, lift and touch, lift and touch, up and up, breathe, exhale, up, up, one more, we can do it, up and hold, breathe, 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 woo, and come down, good job. Sit back, take that ball out, shake those just gentle wrists, woo. Good work, everybody. Oh, yes. Now we get to stretch as our treat. So back to all floors momentarily. Let's bring one knee through and have a seat on our little pigeon. Walk that other leg back behind you. Get as much on the top of that back knee as you can, and then come down on on your elbows over your front knee. And you can keep shaking those wrists out. Good. Then forehead to your hands stacked. Breathe it out. Then the same leg behind you, reach that arm above you and lower the forehead back to your other hand and long stretch on that side.
As the jig stared, I thought Bob was going to run. I didn't set out.
And then walk that up. Horrible commercial is running. And we're going to tune it out. And we're going to lift that chest up. There we go. Commercials are mindful bells, as they call them. Can we keep our peace? So you're upright now, lifting the heart just a little bit, getting a nice hip flexor stretch. And then you can either come back to all fours and start again on the other side, or swivel around. Your pick. Just make sure you change your sides, change your legs. So we're going to have a seat. We're going to, on one cheek, shin comes forward a little bit. Don't be on your shin. And then just walk that other leg back behind you so you can square off your pelvis as best you can. And then come on to the elbows. You can keep shaking out those wrists. You can keep sighing, letting all this tension go. And then forehead to hands, hang out. Keep breathing. And then reach the same arm as the same leg behind, up and stretch that side. Forehead back down. And then walk the torso up. Lift that chest up. Heart open a bit. Breathe it out. Alright, and then to all fours, one more time. We're going to tuck our toes, come through our squat. Then bottoms up, hang upside down. Nod the head east. And no. Just decompress here for All right, twirl those wrists. They're gonna need it today. Full body yawn and stretch. And reverse. And then just shake all that out. Good, good, good. All right, let's inhale now and receive some love and joy and peace and calming. As we shake or toss away anything that keeps getting in our way, just keep letting it go, asking for help to let it release. And then one more for a beautiful week. Take great care of yourselves. Be gentle. It's spring out there, but you still got to be mindful of how the energy's changing. Just keep listening to your body and honoring its messages. Give yourself a hug and a pat on the back. You came to class. Again, you did something great for yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit, and your heart. And that's always a good thing. Yay. Good job, everybody.